Norwich versus Arsenal predicted lineup. That is right lads, Arsenal into their final few games of the Premier League season, and in today's video lads we will discuss Arsenal versus Norwich City. Now Norwich of course are a team who are currently fighting relegation, and in fact they are bottom of the Premier League, and with them being 6 points adrift of the rest of the teams, the chances of Norwich City staying up are very unlikely. In the case of the Arsenal right now, we're actually down in 10th place, below the likes of Sheffield United and Burnley. Yes, Burnley. So let's just get it straight, a win is necessary for both teams as Arsenal try to salvage some sort of hope to get into the European places, and Norwich somehow in some way try to fight for their lives to remain in the Premier League. In terms of Arsenal team news right now, we have a few players come back from injury, and in terms of the Arsenal form, we won our last 2 games, beating Southampton 2-0 and then beating Sheffield United in the FA Cup quarter-finals in the final minute with a goal from Danny Ceballos, sending Arsenal to Wembley Stadium. But with that being said guys, let's get into today's video and let's discuss Arsenal versus Norwich, and allow me to give you my predicted lineup as I preview again Arsenal as always made to win. That is right lads, into the final 7 games of this horrific Premier League season, and I cannot wait for this season just to be over and done with. And that is all because of the Arsenal. Look what you have done to me. Yo, what is on guys, my name is Basil and welcome back to my channel. In today's video lads, I will be giving you my preview and most importantly my predicted lineup as Arsenal go to Norwich City, bottom of the table Norwich City, as they try to get a win to somehow salvage their hopes to get in not the Champions League but the Europa League. That is right, the way the Premier League is currently standing, Arsenal are in 10th place on the brink of re-entering the bottom half, and also right now below the likes of Burnley. Burnley Football Club are above Arsenal. What is happening? What is 2020? I think we might as well just cancel 2020. But with that being said guys, before we get into the video, so make sure to go down there and smash a like on the video. Also do subscribe channel if you are new as well. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below on your predictions for the game, on how you think Arsenal should line up, and then your pre-match thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to follow all my social media, my Instagram, my Twitter, and also subscribe to my group channel, The Offsiders. The links are all in the description. But with that being said guys, let's get into this video and let's discuss Arsenal Norwich City predicted lineups preview, and most importantly another game that the Arsenal need to win. Let's get into this lads. Starting off in goal, we're going to have Emiliano Martinez. Emiliano, I can't lie, you are really impressing me now. Of course, in terms of the Arsenal goalkeeping situation right now, our main goalkeeper, our go-to Bernd Leno, is injured and out for the remainder of the season, and that of course has given an opportunity for a man like Emiliano Martinez, a guy who has been at Arsenal Football Club lads for over 10 years. So I tell you, the guy has been patient. Let's get it straight, this guy has been ever so patient, and when Martinez finally getting this opportunity to be Arsenal's first team goalkeeper, he is taking it massively. Not only his last 2 games for Arsenal has he really impressed, he's also kept a clean sheet against Southampton and also had a very good game against Sheffield United. And to be honest with you guys, one thing that's really impressed me about Martinez in goal is his ball playing ability. For some reason mentally, I always thought Martinez was just never going to be a good enough goalkeeper for Arsenal because I never thought his ball playing ability was there. But I'll tell you what, Martinez has proved me very wrong, because since coming into the Arsenal first team, his kicking, his distribution has been absolutely impeccable. And so with that, Martinez is going to start on goal. You've been good at me. Let's keep it going that way, bro. Moving on to the right back, lads. Very interesting. We're going to have Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Hector Bellerin moved to a side, bro. That is right, lads. I would like to see Ainsley Maitland-Niles start as the Arsenal right back. Because for me personally, lads, I am getting bored, sick and tired of seeing Hector Bellerin putting disaster class after disaster class in that right back role. I am bored and tired of seeing my right back getting caught out of position time and time again. Hector, I've had enough, bro. And so for me, with Ainsley Maitland-Niles having a very impressive performance in our last game with Sheffield United as a right back, I think this game is a no-brainer. Not only was Ainsley Maitland-Niles more solid than Bellerin, not only was he a better player on the ball, but he also helped benefit the team's performance, because the way Arteta wants Arsenal to play, the fullbacks are a very key thing because they become inverted midfielders. And so if you compare Ainsley Maitland-Niles and Hector Bellerin's impact to the team, Maitland-Niles blows him out of the water. And so for me lads, it is an absolute no-brainer. Ainsley Maitland-Niles has to start at right back. And I'll tell you what lads, this remontada is so beautiful. Moving on to the first centre back, it's going to be Shkodran Mustafi. Man like Musti, you know. In terms of Shkodran Mustafi, I'll tell you what, since coming into the Arsenal first team and the return of the Premier League, he has been pretty impressive. If I'm right in saying he's the only Arsenal player that saw every single Arsenal game since the return, and to be honest with you, I don't think there's been a single game where the guy has let us down. Not only does Mustafi look solid in terms of defending and winning that ball back and being a good defender, but he also looks pretty complete on the ball. Now that doesn't mean I think Arsenal should look to keep him in the summer. I still believe we should sell him, but as he is still at the club for now, I think we need to make the most out of him. And in terms of our current centre backs, I will go as far as saying he's probably right now our best centre back, or best performing centre back. Squadron Mustafi. My club is a shambles. But yeah, in terms of Mustafi, I have to give credit where credit's due. He has been solid so far, so he's going to have to remain in the Arsenal first team. Musty, no mistakes, and we're all good. Moving on to the next centre-back, lads, it's going to be Rob Holding. Rob Holding is a bit of a weird one, I can't lie. In terms of Rob Holding so far, of course, he has to play for Arsenal because our other centre-backs are currently injured. In terms of David Luiz, in the last game he went off injured with an ankle injury, and he's going to be out for a while potentially now. Pablo Mari is out for the next 2-3 months. Callum Chambers is still recovering from his injury, and so we don't have any more options than to start Rob Holding. And so for me, in terms of the games played so far this season, in terms of return to the Premier League, most of the games, lads, he has looked pretty dodgy and shaky. And in terms of the last game, he came off the bench, and as much as his overall performance wasn't that bad, the way Arsenal conceded their goal was an absolute shambles. What happens is Rob Holding goes to win the ball, he completely misses it, it falls to Kolasinac, who smacks in the holding as the ball goes to McGoldrick and he scores. In many ways, it was typical Arsenal clowning at the back. And to be honest with you, Rob, right now I'm having a bit of trust issues with you, bro. I don't trust you as a centre-back. I don't trust Rob Holding to do the job, to defend the goal, and to be the defender that Arsenal need right now. And so for him to prove me wrong now, what he's got to do is got to do a week in, week out, keep solid performances like he did against Southampton. But for me right now, Rob Holding is just simply too inconsistent to be considered an Arsenal 13 centre-back. And right now we're only playing him due to the circumstances we're in. So yeah, in terms of this game, Rob Holding has to start. But Rob, just calm down, relax. You're a good centre-back at heart, so play like one. Rob Holdini is needed, bro. Moving on to left back, lads, it's gonna have to be man like Kieran Tierney. Actually, I mean man like Kieran Tierney. We are finally getting to see Kieran Tierney play first team football for Arsenal on a regular basis, and you can see straight away why we paid the money for him. The guy is an absolute top class left back here. Rumour has it Roberto Carlos currently watches YouTube videos of Kieran Tierney, because not only has he been a solid left back since coming back into the Arsenal first team, he looks so good going forwards as well. And in many ways for me, lads, he looks like the complete fullback. A guy who can defend, who you can trust defensively, but also a guy who can get forwards and to good effect as well. And add that to a few man of the match performances as well, and I think this is an absolute no-brainer. In terms of Kieran Tierney, I'll say it again, on this day, if he can remain fit and consistent, we have one of the best left backs in the Premier League, bro. And so in this game, lads, it is an absolute no-brainer. Kieran Tierney starts for the Arsenal. Moving on to the first midfielder, lads, deep line midfielder, it's going to be man like Granit Xhaka. What a turnaround it is being for Granit Xhaka. We are talking about a guy here who for the first half of the season was absolutely shambolic. He was the Arsenal captain and he was, to be fair, embarrassing us. And it all came down to that Crystal Palace game where the man was subbed off, booed by the Arsenal fans, he threw the captain armband down and it looked like it was over. And many fans thought that was the last time we were going to see Granit Xhaka ever play in the Arsenal kit. But since Arteta has come in, lads, it has been a beautiful remontada. We are talking about a guy here who has become solid, reliable, a very good ball player, and a player, most importantly, playing to his strengths. I think so far in Granit Xhaka's Arsenal career, what we've seen is a player who has the potential to be a very good player, but a player who the managers have simply not got the best out of. For me to get the best out of Granit Xhaka, you have to play to his strengths and find a way to hide his weaknesses. And his weaknesses are very clear. It's his pace and his lack of mobility. But in terms of the way Arteta is setting up Arsenal, he's playing exactly to Granit Xhaka's strengths, and we are seeing the Granit Xhaka that we paid £34 million for. And in terms of that Sheffield United game, we even saw Alexander Lacazette walk off the pitch and give Granit Xhaka the Arsenal armband. I mean, this has been the comeback of comebacks. And in terms of Xhaka right now, I think what you can clearly see is one of Arsenal's most important midfielders now. In terms of Arteta, he requires Granit Xhaka, and so Granit Xhaka, you are going to start, bro. And Granit, I can't lie, your boy is wrong, so I do apologise, my friend. Moving on to the first attacking midfielder, it's going to be Dani Ceballos. Man, like Dani Ceballos, where do I start, mi hermano? This is the guy, of course, who scored the winning goal. The goal took send Arsenal back to Wembley in the last game against Sheffield United, as it was absolutely beautiful scenes, lads. But a very interesting thing about Ceballos, lads, is I think it's been made clear now that he is not going to be at Arsenal next season. I think there's been plenty of reports coming from Spain and Ceballos' camp saying that he's going to go back to Real Madrid and leave Arsenal come the summer. So you could maybe say, why start Ceballos if he's not going to be here next season? But right now, we are not blessed with the best midfield attacking options, and so for me, Dani Ceballos has to start. And I think what Arteta is trying to do is he's trying to mould his team similar to the Man City side, where they have De Bruyne, David Silva, Bernardo Silva, attacking midfielders for days and days and days. And so with Ceballos being an attacking midfielder and Arsenal not being blessed with the best options there either, Dani Ceballos, Mr. Estrella and Paella has to start for the Arsenal. Ceballos, another last minute winner, and I might have to give you the contract myself, bro. Moving on to the next attacking midfielder, lads, it's gonna be man like Bukayo Saka. Hey yo Arsenal, bro, why on earth have you not given this guy a new contract yet? We are talking about a guy who at the age of 19 has played left back, left wing, left wing back, and now as a left-sided attacking midfielder. This guy is invincible, lad. For me right now, in terms terms of Bukayo Saka, as much as I love Gabriel Martinelli, Bukayo Saka is becoming Arsenal's most exciting young prospect, because right now the sky is literally the limits for this guy. In terms of my personal thoughts, I think we have now found Bukayo Saka's best position, and that position is going to be that left-sided attacking midfielder, because he has the abilities, the facilities, the ball carrying ability, the passing ability, the creativity, and overall the potential to be a top baller in that role. And in many ways, I don't want to go over the top, but I am seeing shades of a young Mesut Ozil, a player who has that cultured left foot, the ability to drive with it, run with it, and do whatever he wants for that ball. Bukayo Saka for me is a top baller, and I think Arsenal can count themselves lucky, because by him impressing in that left attacking midfield role, Arsenal are potentially saving around 50 to 60 million pounds in the current market as well. And so in terms of the question of him starting, it's a no-brainer. Of course he starts. But then the question goes to the Arsenal: why on earth has this guy not been penned down to a 10-year contract yet? Put the contract on the table, let him write whatever numbers he wants to put on there, and sign that contract. Moving on to right winger, lads, is gonna be Nicolas Pepe, the CEO of Presence FC. For me, lads, the more I look at it and I see the stats of Nicolas Pepe this season, I see a player who, for me, most certainly is not a flop. We are talking about a guy here in his first season in the Premier League, the hardest league in the world, with the pressure of a £72 million price tag, and then also having to play under 3 different managers in Emery, Lemberg, and Arteta. He has quietly just dropped a 16 goals and assists season, lads. And so if this is Nicolas Pepe the flop, then boy, I cannot wait to see Nicolas Pepe the real deal, bro. And so the point I'm trying to make to you guys is, as much as Pepe has not been the PFA Player of the Year quality player, he still had a quietly very good season. And even Mikel Arteta has come out to the media and expressed how proud he is and how far Pepe has come since he came into Arsenal to how he is now. And for me, in terms of Nicolas Pepe, we have a player who is the franchise player, who is the go-to player, the player who you give the ball to in the moments you need it, and he will provide you with a moment, and that moment can sometimes be a beautiful moment. Pepe, for me right now, you could argue and say, talent-wise, is our best player. And in terms of Norwich and them not being the best defensive side, I think it is very clear to say Nicolas Pepe, Presence FC, has to start, bro. Moving on to striker, lads, is going to be man like Eddie Nketiah. Now, lads, as much as I would love to start Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang here instead, let's get it straight, Arteta is simply not going to do it. And so for me, lads, I have now come to the conclusion and I almost given up my hopes of seeing Aubameyang down the middle. And so what that leaves you with is Nketiah and Alexandre Lacazette. And in terms of those two right now, it is a no-brainer. On one side, we are talking about a guy who, since coming in January from a failed loan at Leeds United, he has been nothing short of very good for the Arsenal. He scored goals in away games, and most importantly, been a very solid player for the Arsenal. Whereas on the other hand, you have a £50 million French international striker who's gone 18 months without scoring a away goal. How on earth can you get away with that, bro? And so for me, as I've said numerous amount of times, come the summer, I would like to see Arsenal sell Alexandre Lacazette, because yes, he's had his good moments in the Arsenal shirt, but let's get it straight. Overall, if you look at the entire money you spent on him, the guy has been nothing short of a failure. We spent £50 million on him, and he was meant to be the guy better than Olivier Giroud. And let's get it straight, facts on paper, Giroud was better than Alexandre Lacazette, and that hurts me to say that, but it's true, bro. So in terms of this game, we're gonna see man like Eddie Nketiah start down the middle, bro. Alex, I'm sorry, on the bench again. And finally, lads, moving on to left winger, it's going to be man like Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Yo, Oba, bro, where exactly are the goals at? Because that is right, lads, since the return to the Premier League, right, Aubameyang is yet to score a single, and I mean a single goal for the Arsenal. So this guy who's meant to be the Golden Boot winner is not scoring goals. What's going on, Oba? So Aubameyang, ask yourself the question, do you want to win the Golden Boot for the second year in a row? Of course you do. So go out there and get some goals, bro. But yeah, in terms of Aubameyang, as much as he's not scored goals, he's still been somewhat impressive. Of course, we didn't see him in that game against Sheffield United, but in the game against Southampton, I think what he showed exactly what he can offer. Those darting, incisive runs in behind. And for me right now, Aubameyang just needs that one goal and the rest will just follow suit. But yeah, in terms of left winger, lads, this is an absolute no-brainer. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang starts as a left winger. Yoba, you want the Golden Boot? Go get the Golden Boot, bro. But with that being said, guys, I am going to end the video there. Of course, if you have enjoyed the video, make sure to go down there, smash a like on the video. Also, do subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. We are very close to 11,000 subscribers. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below on the video itself, on the game, the predictions, and how you think Arsenal should line up. Make sure to follow all my social media, my Instagram, my Twitter, and subscribe to my group channel, The Offsiders. The links are all in the description below. But with that being said, guys, let's end the video right there. In today's video, lads, we have discussed Arsenal vs Norwich City, my preview and my predicted lineup. Let's get straight, lads. Even though we have nothing left to play for in the Premier League, we still need to get the win, bro. With that being said, guys, I'll see you next time in a bit.